of the question I have to imagine during the meditation is how my new self would interact in my environment. What would be my new behavior, what would be my new reactions, all of that. And my mind started thinking about it, like instead of just letting go and be like, okay, this is how I want to react, I started thinking, well, is that possible? Is that even possible to react that way, to be this way? And I was just thinking about what's going on at work and the difficult relationship I have with a colleague there. Not that he it's hard to describe, but he's so overloaded with work and so overwhelmed with everything that he has weird reactions. He's known to be a weird person. That he gives me something to do and then he takes it away because I'm not fast enough. But he sometimes forgets that I'm there to help him, but I'm not familiar yet with their process. So of course I take a bit more time than when he does it. But so I can get quite frustrated at work in situations like that, like being given something and then taken away, and then given something else and then taken away, and then he's really, really, really particular about certain details that the rest of the world would not really care for. Like, he's extremely controlling of his environment and how things are done, and if anything deviates from his little way, like, he freaks out. So it's a little hard for me to work in that environment. So to envision my new self in that environment, how I would react, and that I would just really, really, really go with the flow and not take anything personal, have absolutely no frustration about the situation, and just, accept it for what it is every day, what that day is. My mind started thinking if that's even possible. Part of me wants to think it is, feels that I can't do that. The other part is like, oh my god, how long would that take to get there? I like to believe it's going to come fast, because it's not a fun assignment to work on right now for these reasons. Especially the tasks that I'm given are very, very simple for the level of challenge I'm used to deal with at work. So, so sometimes the application of this meditation makes you think and doubt, and that's where trusting that, because you are modifying your subconscious, and it's not like a step-by-step, this is how to do things, is a bit hard to believe that it can work, but in my heart it's like, I know it works, and I'm excited about this, and the challenge is always to quiet the mind regardless, not only when you sit down to meditate, but when you also need to apply new belief systems in your life. So I'm starting my week today, the last week for the holidays. So it should be interesting, because as I am an accountant, it means that this is the last week before we go for Christmas, and then we come back 2 days, and then it's going to be year-end. And for any accountant, year-end is always a bit of a stressful time. For me, in this case, in this assignment, my stress doesn't come from the year-end, it comes from trying to help and not being given the chance to help, or help to the extent that I'm used to. So if I can apply this thing where I do not react at all, ideally, or at least a lot less, that would make a huge difference on my happiness level for the next 3-4 weeks, till the end of this assignment. So yeah, we'll see. That's the challenge. I have to believe. I have to take deep breaths and just believe that anything can happen, and that I should let anything happen, because beautiful things can happen, not only like stressful things and frustrations all the time. So we'll see.